the pundit at that particular tournament. And Chris Barnes with 5 strikes now, but a couple of spares in there that he won't be too pleased with.
It's quite a comparison on the different lines that these players are using. Guy is getting right outside, using the full width of the lane and getting a great reaction back. Chris is playing a lot tighter inside, straighter down the boards, still making the pocket. Both players are carrying. Down on one knee, Caminsky. Whoa, showboating or what?
Well, I wonder if it came off the hand there, Cass, and that's why he was down on one knee, offering a little prayer.
No, that was released. It hit his mark. He knew that was absolutely perfect, and it was. Look at that.
To them. Well, Chris Barnes, you can set your watch by his pre-shot routine. Nice work. So Barnes doubles up, and Belmonte having a little chat to Oscar Palermo, the man that Chris Barnes beat in the semi-final. I'll tell you what, it's standing room only at the moment in the Barnsley Metrodome.
Absolutely, yeah. Chris shoots a guy earlier on before this match that he can either have a small lead or be level after game 1. He'd say, yes, I'd settle for that. But come on, Guy. Turn the screw. Foundation frame 9 already. Crazy. Doesn't time fly by?
Oh, unlucky. Well, what kept that pin up?
Well, it was just a little high on the headpin. The ball broke a little bit earlier than his previous shots. I mean, it was coming back to the pocket, and it was just, let's say, fractions high on the headpin. Just didn't trip the 4 out. Devastated is Guy, but he's going to have to make the spare and regroup.
Yeah, not the foundation frame that Guy Caminsky wanted, but no open. So a couple of spares for Caminsky in this first game. Belmo roaring his support. Oscar Palermo, Deandra Asbati. Plenty of players in there watching this one. So that's how it looks for Caminsky so far, pacing at 249. Still respectable. Wins PBA Bowler of the Year, only one of 3 bowlers to do it. He's pulled out again. Well, it looks to be the approach that's giving him the problem, Cass.
Let's see what he's going to do. It's just cleaning his ball, so there's perhaps nothing wrong with the grip that he had. Maybe something just caught his eye, but it's like a golfer on the tee, isn't it? You hear a photographer's camera go click, and you've got to pull away. Very important frame, this one. Really needs to be 10.
Last delay cost him. Left the 10 pin. This time, though, he cleans them up. And there's a good foundation frame from Chris Barnes. 3 in a row, more importantly.
Absolutely, yeah, and Ring's 20-pin lead. With just the 1 frame to go.
Doesn't seem to be any approach problems for Caminsky in this match at all. And that is the perfect way to get yourself back in shape in the match.
Yes, indeed. He struck first ball in the 10th. How expensive was that 9th frame? The 4-pin that just stood up. Two bonus balls. Pressing 249 if he can. Won't be a bad opener. Might not be enough to hold a lead. Certainly going to keep him in contention going into game number 2.
Yeah, it's always a good bet to assume that your opponent's next shot is going to be the best one they've ever thrown. In Chris Barnes' case, it might just be. Nice work. And Guy Caminsky doing the job out there.
Another great shot from Caminsky. He seems to be pretty much locked and loaded. You mentioned that he's got that wide outside line. Almost could have been 8 strikes in a row, apart from frame number 9. He left us singing, ringing 4-pin. Strike for 249. Really keeping it together. It's a rush. Hits it high, makes them fly, and that's 3 strikes in a row for Caminsky to finish with. That's not a bad game under pressure.
Yeah, 249 for Guy Caminsky. Striking it off the card and pacing well. That's a respectable score in a final and under pressure. Chris Barnes then knows what he's got to do to maintain a 20-pin lead at the end of this first game. He's got to strike out from here. From a neutral point of view, Cass, well, it might be nice to see Chris leave a couple, but it doesn't happen often.
Well, it would be nice to see tie in the first game, wouldn't it? Make it a one-game shootout. Set in the pocket like that. That's another strike. My, he's good, isn't he?
He's here to spoil the party.
Absolutely. Playing a much tighter line. Just turns up to the pocket and then sets straight through those pins. The ball only hits the 1, 3, 5 and the 9 pin. The rest set up a chain reaction. And that's how you get the strikes. Great looking shots. 4 in a row for Barnes.
Well, Barnes had a bit of a reputation as a wild child when he started his 10-pin career. But he's reined himself back. His wife Linda's had a huge influence on him in the way that he approaches this sport, and the arrival of his twin sons as well. Oh, he's pulled away again from the shot.
Yeah, I'm getting no indication as to, well, it could only be, you know, he's shaking his hand now. I'm just wondering.
No, he's not happy now. You don't often see this from Chris Barnes. That's quite a negative reaction from him.
I'm just wondering if that push away just loosens the grip he's got with the thumb and the fingers. Makes it unsteady.
Seven pins left. We've got a game.
Yeah, that makes it slightly more interesting, doesn't it? Go for 258. We're down to single-digit pins lead for Barnes. Just been 9 pins ahead. What a match this is going to be. What a final.
Shoots out that 7-pin. Chris Barnes at the end of the first game, not quite able to exert the sort of pressure he would like on his opponent, Guy Caminsky. 2-4-9 for Caminsky, 2-5-8 for Barnes. This is a good final.